It's not bragging if you do what you say you're gonna do. So, and you know, like when people say, when you know, bumps and bruises come with the sport of boxing.
I'm telling you, this version of Tank is gonna be dangerous, bro. If you know about boxing, come on, it is Gervonta Davis, bro.
Floyd Mayweather is reportedly stunned by Gervonta Davis's intense training ahead of his upcoming rematch with Lamont Rematch. Davis has looked terrifying in camp, unleashing rapid-fire combinations and displaying sharp movement and power that have impressed even his longtime supporters. His focus suggests he's entering this fight with serious intent to dominate. Meanwhile, Lamont Rematch is also grinding hard in training, pushing his limits to improve strength and technique. With both fighters showing relentless dedication and hunger, fans can expect an explosive, high-stakes clash when they finally meet again in the ring. This rematch is set to deliver fireworks. Lamont Rematch is deep in training camp, preparing for one of the biggest rematches of 2025 against Gervonta "Tank" Davis, one of boxing's biggest stars. Many observers believe Davis's poor showing in their first fight wasn't solely due to Rematch's performance, but also stemmed from Tank's personal struggles at the time. Davis openly admitted he was battling mentally and physically, even considering therapy and stepping away from the sport altogether. Despite those challenges, he still chose to face Rematch. Now, with a clearer mind and renewed focus, this rematch is Tank's opportunity to prove that his previous performance didn't reflect his true ability when he's healthy, focused, and at peak condition.
Lamont Rematch in training camp, ready for one of the biggest rematches in 2025 against Gervonta "Tank" Davis, one of the biggest faces of boxing. What a man.
The first fight exposed cracks in Tank Davis's armor, with Lamont Rematch capitalizing on weaknesses in his defense and stamina. Now, the rematch is crucial. It will reveal whether Tank simply had an off night or if his power and sharpness are truly fading. With critics questioning his strength and readiness, the pressure is on for Tank to prove himself, reclaim his dominance, and silence all doubts about his future in boxing.
He wants to do therapy, he wants to do real estate. They want to say he wasn't all in because him and Roach are friends. He's going to be focused for the second fight. A lot of excuses. They want to say it's because of the braids, you know, the oil getting in his eye. Whatever. This is what really happened. And I just now came to this conclusion because I've been making some other videos for Patreon. But Lamont Rematch posted a video recently on...
In their first fight, Lamont Rematch stayed incredibly focused. He anticipated Tank Davis's moves, knew exactly when to strike and when to hold back. His timing was perfect. He countered Tank effectively and even rocked him at least twice. Floyd Mayweather, who had expressed doubts about the legitimacy of Tank's power, has recently been surprised by new training footage. The clips show Tank unleashing explosive combinations with intense focus and energy, suggesting a fighter more dangerous than many expected. These powerful displays have forced Mayweather to reconsider his stance and acknowledge Tank's growth, determination, and readiness to return to top form.
I don't know if Lamont Rematch exposed weaknesses of Tank Davis. It very much reminds me of Rolly Romero versus Ryan Garcia. What Rematch did, Rolly was doing the same thing. He ended up implementing it better against Ryan Garcia. Tank was having huge issues, and that's the black two sugars. Watch me call that fight. I started laughing. I couldn't believe it because all he was patient with good power. All Roach was patient. He stayed focused. That's why him drinking and partying and shit's messing with me, because he beat him here. He stayed so damn focused, and he knew when Tank was going to punch. He knew when not to punch, and when he countered Tank, he rocked Tank. Tank got rocked at least twice that time.
The relationship between Floyd Mayweather and Tank Davis has been tense for years, strained by disagreements over career decisions and training approaches. Floyd initially voiced concerns about Tank accepting a rematch with Lamont Rematch, viewing it as a risky choice. However, after witnessing Tank's intense preparation, Mayweather seems genuinely surprised by his renewed focus and drive. Davis understands the high stakes. This fight is critical for preserving his legacy. Another loss would leave no excuses. making this rematch a defining moment in his career.
When is Gervonta Davis going to go somewhere in the powerful power? Benoit deserve to be in the powerful power? Absolutely. Do Terrence Crawford deserve to be in the powerful power? Absolutely. But what about Gervonta Davis? He deserve to be somewhere also in the powerful power.
Why don't they give him that credit?
Because he was affiliated.
Many experts believe the hype around Lamont Roach's performance in the first fight is slightly exaggerated. Tank Davis went down not from a knockout punch, but because grease got into his eyes, impairing his vision, a key detail that changes the narrative. Roach's win, while significant, wasn't as dominant as some suggest. Now, Tank is training with renewed fire, determined to return stronger and more dangerous than ever. He's warning the boxing world that this revamped version of himself is not to be underestimated. A fierce competitor ready to make a powerful statement.
Floyd left Bob Arum. It's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not gonna elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just gonna say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go and be his own.
Remarkably, even critics and longtime skeptics of Tank Davis are predicting a clear victory for him in the rematch. The consensus is that Tank is more focused and motivated than ever, knowing this fight is crucial to his legacy. Unlike in the past, he's not distracted by other opponents or side narratives. His full attention is on Roach. Many believe this sharp focus will be the key to Tank reclaiming his dominance.
People keep saying like Lamont dang near like beat Tank like clean, like basically like we seen it, like yeah, he did Tank that one, but like Tank was limping out the ring. Bro, he didn't even get over on Tank for real. Y'all only saying that because Tank took the knee. And when Tank took the knee, it wasn't how like Ryan Garcia was when he took the knee once Tank went to his body. It was like, dang, like we take the knee to get right back up. Can you do that in boxing? No. But y'all can't say that basically that, oh yeah, he won because of the knee. That shows that people just want to see Tank lose, bro. Cause y'all betting y'all money on basically Tank losing because of that knee. Yes, it was a good fight. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. Lamont was defending himself like he's skilled. But bro, he ain't walk all over Tank. Tank, bro, if y'all go back and watch the highlights, I just watched the highlights last night. Them last couple of rounds, bro, Lamont was balled up. Tank was literally, he was trying, like you could tell Tank, I waited too long. So he was trying to throw some stuff like to make sure he get that one blow, but it didn't work. So that's why they're doing that rematch so they can start over from scratch round 1 to round 12. We're gonna start over clean and let's see what's going on now. Now y'all wanna be saying, oh no, man, I ain't gonna lie. At the end of the day, the first fight is what matters. No, it don't. Tank was, look, he willing enough to say, hey bro, let's do a rematch. Now if he ain't do a rematch, it's like, oh yeah, there's something going on. Nah, hush, hush. Hey Calvin, step to the side, let me get somebody else right now. I'm gonna be hush. Let me get back in the gym and put my hat on, and we go at it again. I'm not gonna lie. I'm telling you, this version of Tank is gonna be dangerous, bro. If you know about boxing, come on, it is Gervonta Davis, bro. Who is a beast? You think he's finna walk around with that on his resume that he almost got cooked by Lamont Roach? Bruh, if he doing a rematch, he doing it for a reason. He's about to make an example out of him. I'm sorry to tell y'all. And Lamont, you're skilled, but the fact that you keep on trying to just pull that up, like that one knee. I beat him because of that one knee. You know, I don't care if he had grease in his eye or not. I whooped him because of that. Bruh, that's how you know he don't got confidence that he's a better fighter than Tank. The fact that he's trying to, because you know that chance comes once in a lifetime. That's why he's so big on trying to, go back and play the tape.
After controversial referee decisions in the first fight, fans and analysts are urging that the rematch be handled by a truly impartial official. The original referee, Steve Willis, was accused of showing bias in favor of Tank Davis, casting doubt on the integrity of the result. In response, Roach's team has formally requested that Willis not be assigned to the rematch. The goal is clear: ensure fair, unbiased officiating so the fight is determined purely by skill and performance.
Good news from Mike Coppinger, Tank vs. Roach rematch has been booked for August 16th, I want to say. This fight's going to take place in Las Vegas, so no, Tank will not be fighting Jake Paul. He will not be looking at any further opponents. He is going to be fighting Lamont Roach once more. What does this mean for Tank? What does this mean for Roach? Not much. It means a rematch. Tank lost the first fight. He got to get it back, I guess. What are my predictions for this fight? I'm going to go domination by Gervonta Davis. I'm not a big Tank fan, but I don't like Roach whatsoever as a boxer. It's going to take a little bit more from Roach for me to just think that he's on the level of Tank. Like I always say, we have 25 plus fights with Lamont Roach. He's never looked like a great fighter. I don't think this fight alone makes him a great fighter. I don't think he's going to carry this momentum on into the rematch. I'm going to go Gervonta Davis, brutal, typical knockout fashion. I'm expecting Roach to vacate his 130 title, stop holding up that division. I'm expecting him to make a legit campaign at 135 after being knocked out. But you guys let me know who y'all got in the rematch. Did you even want to see this rematch? You guys let me know.
After the first fight, Tank Davis gave some unexpected explanations for his underwhelming performance, including blaming his hairdresser for grease getting in his eyes. Many fans found this excuse strange and viewed it as an attempt to downplay Lamont Roach's efforts instead of giving him due credit. These justifications sparked skepticism among fans, raising doubts about Tank's mindset and whether he was truly focused and mentally prepared for the challenges of the upcoming rematch.